Hi, thank you for dropping in for Qigong. This week we're going to reach back into our vault and we're going to pull out some of our very first exercises. In fact, our very first video, we focused on brain-based Qigong or neuroplasticity. So today we're going to revisit some of those exercises to help us as we continue to strengthen our brain. So we're going to start with our very first movement practice that we did several months ago. And the first practice that we engaged in, I had you form a piece on the right hand and number 1 on the left hand, and then switch. Piece and number 1, and then switch hands. You can go as slow or as fast as you like. No pressure to go any faster or any slower. You go at the pace that your brain will allow you to go, and then if you can, pick up the pace. All right, that was our first exercise. Our second exercise, I had you form peace on each of your hands, right hand, left hand, the peace sign. And the point of this exercise is to tap on the knuckles. You have a total of 360 joints in the human body, and 14 of those joints are actually on our fingers. So we have 3 fingers, or actually 3 fingers. You have 3 joints on each of your fingers and 2 joints on your thumbs that we call knuckles, but they're joints. And so for this practice, we're going to form peace sign, and we're going to tap on the first row of the knuckles, the middle row of knuckles, and then we close our fingers for the top row. Close the fingers. You'll recall that I mentioned the left side of your brain controls the right side of your body, and the right side of your brain controls the left side of your body. All right, great. So this next exercise, I'm going to have you thumbs up on the left hand, peace. Thumbs up, peace. Thumbs up, peace. And with the right hand, you're going to form these little circles, and you're going to pick it up with speed as you form the little circles. Peace, thumb, and continue to rotate in little circles. And with this practice, as quickly as you can rotate that right hand. Now we switch. Thumbs up, peace on the right hand, thumbs up, peace. And with the left hand, we're going to rotate counterclockwise. And we're forming the little circles counterclockwise. Fantastic. All right, so for the next exercise, we're going to, we're going to form a fist with the left hand, and with the right hand, you have a pointer using your index finger. You're just going to simply drag the hand, alternating the hands right in front of the body, and you'll eventually come to a stop. And when you come to a stop, you'll notice that my right hand is going to now extend the thumb, and the left hand is going to open palm, and then we switch. And notice this time the thumb is up on the right hand, but it's not extended on the left hand as you continue to do this switching motion between the hands. Great, great. Now we're going to do what I like to call rock on, rock out. Rock on, rock out with the right hand, peace with the left hand, and then you switch. Rock on, rock out. And with this practice, it may be more challenging than maybe some of the others. So just give yourself a little grace as you continue to practice. It might even take you a day or so to master this particular movement. Thumbs up, the rock on, rock out with the peace hands on the other hand. Fantastic. Next motion, I'm going to give you quite a few so that you'll have exercises that you can draw on. So we're going to open palm, and then we have the index finger touching the thumb, and you're going to tap, 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 tap as quickly as you can with your right hand. With your left hand, you're going to take your thumb and touch on each individual finger. Notice that my right hand is still tap, tap, tapping as quickly as we can. As quickly as I can. I'm not more than one person. All right, now we switch and we do the same thing on the other side of the body. So in this case, we open the left hand, we connect the index finger to the thumb, and we tap, 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 tap as quickly as we can. And with the right hand, we tap each individual finger to the thumb, each individual digit to the thumb as we continue to tap, 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 tap. Now you might find if you are not left-handed, your left hand is a little more glitchy than the right hand was. And that's okay, you just continue to work on that. Again, the right side of the brain controls the left side of the body. The left side of the brain controls the right side of the body. So one side of the body may be more fluid than the other side. If you're right hand dominant, your right hand is going to move with the tap, tap, tap much more easily, likely, than the alternate hand, or your left hand in this case. Now we're going to form a circle. So right hand up, circle. Right hand is going to draw the circle, and the left hand is going to draw the triangle. Up, out, over, up, out, over. So this again is a practice that can be very challenging as you're beginning, but just give yourself a little grace and continue to practice. It's easier to practice in a mirror so that you can see yourself. All right, great job. So you have about 7 or so different brain-based exercises that I shared with you today that can help with reducing inflammation in the brain, because that's why we engage in these Qigong or neuroplasticity activities or exercises to help reduce inflammation in the brain. Also help to develop or strengthen neurons, which are brain cells in this case. Those brain cells, when we learned and engage in challenging practices like these neuroplasticity exercises, those neurons in the brain actually reach out and they grab each other and they form new bonds, and those new bonds are called synapses. And over time, those bonds get stronger and stronger, and they create what we call neural pathways. The neural pathways are, again, bonds that strengthen overall brain health while also reducing inflammation and reducing our risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. To reduce the potential of getting brain-based diseases, we have to exercise the brain the same way we exercise the physical body. So thank you so much for joining me this week for our encore of neuroplasticity or brain-based Qigong. And as always, if you engaged in these practices with me, please do share your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if they were difficult or fairly easy. Let me know that by sharing your feedback. And of course, if you found these videos helpful, continue to share them with others. So thanks so much for joining me this week. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you again very soon.